Hello and good morning to all of you. I hope all of you are doing well and all of you are in good health. In today's class, we will discuss different types of cybercrime. To begin with, let us try and understand data diddling attacks. Data diddling, which is also known as data manipulation, is a form of cybercrime where unauthorized modifications or alterations are made to the data in order to deceive or to gain an advantage. It involves tampering with data in a way that it may go undetected, resulting in fraudulent or misleading information. Now let us understand how does data diddling work. Data diddling is usually done by a human, or it can also be done with the aid of a computational program known as computer virus. In data diddling, data is altered at a point when the data is entered into the computer system. Then onwards, computerized processing of the altered data is performed in order to draw certain fraudulent benefits. Once the fraudulent benefits are drawn, data diddling can also involve reinstating the original identity of the data. Now, why is data diddling done? Data diddling is done in order to deceive or to gain certain advantage or to fabricate data in order to gain certain financial benefits. Spyware. Spyware is a malicious computer program that enters a user's computer through illegal means, gathers data from the user's device illegally, and then sends it to the third party without their consent or without the consent of a user. A commonly accepted spyware definition is a strand of malware designed to access and damage a device without the user's consent. What can spywares do? Spywares can gather data, send the data to a third party, and hide on your system or user's device without any identification. Spywares can monitor and copy text that you enter, apps that you use, websites that you visit, and documents that you read. Some spywares can also access your camera and microphone to watch and record you. Once substantial amount of information is being gathered regarding a user, spyware can send the personal or business information to a third party without user's permission. Spywares can also secretly record information and track your online activity without any identification. Logic bomb. Logic bomb is a piece of malicious code that is intentionally inserted into a software system and is kept hidden. It is activated upon the host network only when certain conditions are being met. Logic bomb executes the functions or launches the payload or makes an attack only once a certain condition is being met. When triggered, logic bomb can perform following destructive actions like deletion of files, disrupting critical system, corrupting files, encrypting files, and many more. Denial of service attack. Denial of service attack is a type of cyber attack that floods a machine or a network with false requests in order to disrupt the regular business operations. In a denial of service attack, users are unable to perform routine affairs and necessary tasks such as accessing email, website, online accounts, or other resources that are operated by compromised computer or computer network. While most of the denial of service attacks do not result in data loss and are typically resolved without paying a ransom, they cost organization valuable time, money, and other resources in order to restore critical business operations. When a denial of service attack is launched from different location, In a coordinated fashion, it is often referred to as distributed denial of service attack. It happens when multiple system overwhelms the bandwidth or the resources of a target system. A distributed denial of service attack uses various sources of attack traffic and are often in form of botnets or internet robots. Advanced Persistence Threat or APT. Advanced Persistence Threat or APT is a type of cyber attack that involves an intruder gaining access to a network and remaining undetected in the network for a very long period of time. Advanced persistence threat attacks are often orchestrated by a group of well-skilled hackers. These attacks are targeted. Advanced persistence threat attacks are targeted at stealing data rather than causing damage to the target organization's network. Sophisticated. Advanced persistence threat attacks are sophisticated and systematic. Sustained. Advanced persistence threat attack continues for an extended period of time. And covert. Advanced persistence threat attacks are covert and cannot be identified in the computer network. Now let us learn about the motives of advanced persistence threat attack. The motives of advanced persistence threat attacks are to carry out sabotage, corporate espionage, data theft, and network or system disruption or destruction. Men in the middle attack. Men in the middle attack is a type of cyber attack wherein an attacker intercepts a communication channel and acts as an intermediary between two pairs of communication. A man in the middle attack can obtain information from the end user and the entity with which they are communicating by impersonating the endpoints in the online information exchange. If the user is banking online, the man in the middle attack would communicate with the user by impersonating the bank. The man in the middle attack would receive all information transferred between the user and the bank, including sensitive data related to the bank account. Data breach. Data breach is a security violation where sensitive data is accessed or disclosed by an unauthorized person. Data breach can occur in any organization from small businesses to major corporations. A security violation where sensitive data is copied, transmitted, viewed, stolen, altered, or used by unauthorized person in order to carry out illegal activities. Data breach is a cyber attack where sensitive data is being accessed or disclosed in an unauthorized fashion. It is a security incident where unauthorized parties gain access to sensitive data. Now let us discuss how data breach occurs. Data breach occurs over 4 steps: probe, initial attack, expanded attack, and data lift. Now let us go into the details of each of these steps. Probe. Malicious party begin by attempting to learn more about your network and broader digital environment. Initial attack. Once they have a handle on how best to carry out the attack, they will launch a first wave of attack, perhaps by sending an email that attempts to trick employees into clicking on a link to a malicious website, or by corrupting an application essential to the employee's workflow. Then expanded attack is carried out. Once a vulnerability has been exploited, cyber criminals or criminals will evaluate their next step in order to carry out the attack. Data lift. Once a plan has been built, different strategies for collecting data may be attempted. Bad actors may attempt to exfiltrate as much data as quickly as possible, or they may lay dormant until they understand just how much they can get it away with. So these are the 4 steps that are involved in data breach. This brings us to the end of the second class. Thank you for your patience listening.